And welcome to the update. I'm Michelle Stevenson. Well, after weeks of speculation, the full-scale invasion of Ukraine has begun, with missile strikes lighting up the pre-dawn sky in a number of cities, including the capital, Kyiv. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres speaking after an emergency meeting in New York.
President Putin, in the name of humanity, bring your troops back to Russia.
Ukraine declaring martial law as it faces attacks from ballistic missiles amid reports that hundreds of Ukrainian servicemen have already died. Vladimir Putin, meantime, has issued a pretty chilling warning to the West that they'll be met with consequences greater than any other in history if they intervene. He claims that the Kremlin has been left with no other choice but to protect its interest against Ukraine, while the Ukrainian ambassador to the UN has issued this call to arms.
Police a war. It means thousands and thousands of people killed, if not millions. And what I want from the world, I want the world to rally, after all, and defend the world from the aggression, from the Russian Federation.
Meantime, the US president has also condemned Russia. Joe Biden says Vladimir Putin will be responsible for the death and destruction that this attack will bring. And Australia joining the chorus of that global condemnation against Russia. PM Scott Morrison calling on Kremlin to withdraw Russian troops.
We denounce what are unilateral hostile actions in Ukraine. Russia is flagrantly breaching international law and the UN Charter. Russia has chosen war.
Now, off the back of this, the Australian share market went into freefall with more than $70 billion wiped out since the war was declared. Now, to other news, the number of active COVID cases in WA has risen to more than 2,200. 610 new local cases have now been reported. It says restrictions are eased in South Australia with capacity limits to be beefed up for hospitality venues. That's happening from Saturday. The body of a missing motorcyclist has been found in southeast Queensland flood zone. It's after a woman died after her car was trapped in floodwaters yesterday. And United Australia Party Chair Clive Palmer has been taken to a Gold Coast hospital by ambulance. A spokesperson says he has a virus but has tested negative to COVID. He's actually unvaccinated. To sport now, and the tennis world is condemning Alexander Zverev's attack on an umpire at the Mexican Open. The world number 3 was subsequently booted out of the tournament for unsportsmanlike conduct. Now, that's after he smashed his racket into the umpire's chair. In your entertainment news, and Jennifer Lawrence has reportedly welcomed her first baby with husband Cook Maroney. Still no word yet on the gender or name, but the 31-year-old Hunger Games star gave birth in LA, and that's according to public records. And that's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team. We'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update. I'm Michelle Stevenson.